2, 1, let go. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Hello, video challenge number, I don't know, 5, 4, 5, 6. It is what it is, right? We are talking about the underbutt today. Danielle had asked what exercises can target my underbutt. So your underbutt is technically where your hamstring and your glutes tie together. But the underbutt is this right here, right? So it seems that as women age, you see more of an underbutt. When you're younger, you don't really have one so much. You can work that, you can shape that, you can get rid of that. It's going to take using some weights, building the muscle there to really make that definition, right? To make that pop. So what happens is you start to lose that muscle if you're not working it, so you need to work it. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple different exercises to do. We're gonna do a couple weighted ones, and then I'll give you some non-weighted ones to basically like really tax that muscle and burn it out. So our goal here is to go heavier. You want to go until you're like super tired and you don't think that you can go anymore. Our goal is to break the muscle down, because when we rebuild it, that's when it builds, right? When we recover it, I should say. The first thing that we're gonna do, which this was in a video the other day, and all of those other glute exercises you can use for this, because when you focus on your, upper side, lower glute, all of those muscles are working together, all right? So feel free to tie those in here too. So we're gonna do the hip thrust, and actually, I'll show you that one anyway. So hip thrust, the really important thing with these is that you really activate your glutes and squeeze your ass as hard as you can. So I tell all my clients, pretend that you have a walnut in between your butt cheeks and you're trying to crack it open, literally, okay? So your hip thrust, you're making sure that your ankles are directly under your knees. As you drive up, you're squeezing your butt as hard as you can. All the way down, all the way up. Hips as high as the ceiling, you can go. That's your first weighted one, and your second weighted one is going to be a deficit lunge. So you're gonna stand on a step or on a couple plates. You wanna be at least a few inches off the ground so that you have a deeper stretch at the bottom. I prefer to do these with a barbell on my back just because I don't like hanging on to heavy dumbbells. So this is what that's gonna look like. And you always wanna make sure that your body is stacked. So that means ankle under knee, right? Knee under hip. All the way down, drive up, engage your glute. Top, step together, squeeze. So we had your hip thrust, we had your lunge. I'm gonna encourage you guys to do squats all the way down, all the way up. I will show you what those look like again. If you're not breaking parallel, which means dropping your hips below your knee crease, you're not going to be engaging all of your glute muscles or your hamstrings in the way that you should, okay? So full range of motion is so important. Always squeezing your butt as hard as you can at the top. Your body weight movements are walking lunges. Do them basically until failure. No matter how long that takes, that could be 90 seconds, it could be 5 minutes, it could be somewhere in between. Once you feel a little shaky and your ass is on fire, try and take a few seconds rest and jump back into it. I dare you. And then we're gonna do box step ups. You can use a bench, you can use a box. What you wanna do is you wanna make sure, again, your heel is stacked underneath your knee. And as you drive up to stand up, you wanna try to not push off with your foot that's on the ground. It's really challenging, but as you're driving up and you're lifting yourself up, really engage your hamstring and your glute. For those, I like to use a bench or a box that's a little bit higher so that my heel is a bit above where my opposite knee is, if that makes sense. My femur is not parallel, it's more like this. So my knee is higher and I have to drive, I have to use more force, I have to engage more to get up there. Your plan of attack, what is it gonna be? So you wanna take a weighted movement, do that, and depends on how heavy you can go. I want you to try and do 3 to 4 sets and go anywhere from like 10 to 12 reps going heavy. By your 10 to 12th rep, you should be feeling pretty fatigued. And then right after that, you're gonna do the body weight movement, okay? And kind of burn out with that. Take your lift, take your body weight movement, do 3 to 4 sets of those, and go. Let me know how that booty feels. All right, guys? Any questions, any want to know about any type of movement, any body part, any of that stuff, food, you name it, mindset, let me know. Jump in the video challenge with me. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. If you love this video, you're gonna do it. Share it with your friends, post it on your wall, tag people, work your booties together. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.